For those of you who weren't able to attend our class on Friday, this is just a quick video to go over what we covered in class. I started off by asking two questions. The first being, have you watched the intro video? If you have not already done so, please take the time and go watch that. It has several helpful pieces of information. The second thing I asked was, had you had a chance to go through and take the student survey? Again, if you haven't done that, please do that. The sooner the better. It is due at the end of the day, Tuesday. I use this information from the survey to better tailor the class as I understand you guys better. That'll help. And there are also some questions on there that'll help me understand what things I can do, what things I can't do, specifically the one about the printer. Do you have access to a printer? And internet connections and sharing computers. After that, I just went through what a typical week would look like and showed you how I've got next week set up. So if you look in Schoology right now, this is what you will see. If you have not seen the introduction video or taken the student survey, those are both in the Welcome to Chemistry folder. Please click on that folder, and when you go in, you'll see at the top the link for the Friday class. Right below that is our introduction video. Please watch this if you have not already. And again, right below that then is the student survey. To take the student survey, I want you to click on this link here. And there'll only be one question in this quiz. Schoology implements this as a quiz. I want you to click on the blue link here that says Here Too. This will take you to the survey. Please answer all the questions. And please, when you get to the bottom, don't forget to hit submit. If you don't hit submit, I won't be able to see your answers. And once you have completed the survey, it'll come back to this quiz question. Please click the yes button to tell me that you have completed the survey, and then click submit here to finish the quiz. This will automatically grade and give you 5 points simply for doing the student survey. All right, so then on to what a typical week will look like. A typical week, when you log in Monday, you'll see a folder here. The beginning of it will show this folder that says Intro to Chem. Intro to Chem will show you what our weeks are going to look like for our first unit. This first unit is 3 weeks, and that's what I plan to do with you guys each of those days during those 3 weeks. Underneath that little bit there for the calendar, then you'll see week 1. So if you look into week 1 on Monday, this is what you're going to see. The very top of that week 1 folder, and I'll have this in the top of all the week folders, there is a discussion question for any questions. So please use this as a way of communicating any questions you have about the materials or what we're doing in chemistry. This will be a way that I can quickly respond to you. Do remember, though, that this is public, so everybody in the class can see it. That has the positive thing that if you have a question, chances are somebody else in the class has that question too, and I can answer it there and help a lot of the students. If it's something that's a little bit more private that you want to just talk to me alone, please just send me an email. Below the question, the discussion question is then, here's our snippet for the calendar for just this week. You can see we're going to do safety notes on Monday, equipment notes on Tuesday, then we'll do our practice on Wednesday. We're going to do a lab on Thursday. I'll talk about that in a moment. And then we'll have our weekly quiz on Friday. When you click on the folder for Monday, you'll see this. There'll be a video here. I want you to watch that video. It'll tell you a bit about our safety notes for doing chemistry. And once you're done with that video, I want you to take this. Schoology calls it a quiz. I really don't want you to think of it as a quiz. This is just more lecture questions. Were you able to retain some of the information from the lecture we showed? These are very easy. There's only 3 questions. It should only take you a moment to do. When you'll click on that, again, you'll answer the questions and then click submit at the end. Please do not forget to click submit at the end. Monday and Tuesday have that same format. Wednesday, this is when we'll next get together as a class. I do use Schoology conferences. Unless something's having problems with Schoology, then I will instruct everybody to hop over to Google Meets. To find your conference, there's a conference button over here on the left. Click on the conference, and you'll see if I have a conference set up for people to see. Okay. So back to our folders for week 1. That's what we're going to do on Wednesday. We're going to do that conference. This is just a way for me to answer any questions you might have. I might go through some examples on a typical week. but that's all there is. This is the primary way I want you guys to get participation points. So it's very important that you attend Wednesday class if you can. The live class will be offered during our regularly scheduled period. Please see the bell schedule that's posted in the welcome to chemistry folder for that. On Thursdays, typically we'll have a lab video. And if we do, there'll be something in here. We will have a fun lab video for our golden penny lab that we would have done. It's a really fun lab. Wish we would have been gathered to do that. The other thing that's going to happen Thursday is I kind of open office hours. So from 7:30 to 11, 12 to 1:30, drop in as your schedule allows if you have any questions, and we can answer those, any questions you might have. This is especially useful if you were not able to attend the Wednesday live class. Now, at the bottom of this then is our weekly participation points. This is implemented in Schoology as a quiz. This is really more of an assignment, but to get it to automatically grade, I had to create it as a quiz. I want you to click on this Thursday, and when you come into it, this quiz has simply one question with 3 options. The quiz will have, the first question will be, it says, how did you earn your participation points? Please only click one, select one of these answers. You're going to type in A if you attended the Wednesday class. You'll type in B if you attended Thursday office hours. And you'll type in C only if you weren't able to attend either of them and you told me ahead of time that you weren't able to, and we made arrangements so that you and I could talk to make sure that you're on track and understanding things. Participation points are very important. Typically, if I had you in class, I'd be able to interact with you and I'd be able to tell, are you getting it? Are you not getting it? I like to walk around the room and I can chat with each student individually, look over your shoulder, see how you're doing. But with remote, I can't do that. So this is just a way for me to help make sure that I touch base with every student every week. And for working with me on that, you will get 10 points each week simply by working with me to make sure we have some time together to go over your chemistry. The final thing we'll have in our week 1 folder will be our quiz. Now, before you can open the quiz, 2 things have to happen. 1, I will not open that quiz until Friday. 2, I won't let you take the quiz until you have done both Monday and Tuesday, listen to watch the video and answer the questions for both videos, as well as taken your Thursday participation points quiz. I need you to do all these 3 steps, because that shows me that you've gone through the material and you're setting yourself up for success to take the quiz. I don't want you taking the quiz if you haven't looked over the material. That's just simply a waste of your time. So again, this is just a way for me to make sure that you're keeping pace to be successful. All right, that is a typical week. And that's pretty much all we did. I did one fun little demo to wrap up the day, and that will be next. All right, so we just were talking about hydrogen and helium, how hydrogen's explosive and helium is not. And we saw that with the Hindenburg, right? The hydrogen in the Hindenburg blew up. Now we have things with helium. So if you walk into the grocery store now or the party store now, they fill their balloons with helium and not hydrogen. The 2 balloons I have in front of me, I can see they're both floating. Whoop, bounced that one off. But you can see it floats up. That one not so strong. It's lost a little bit of the gases in it. This one, again, you can see it's floating up as well. So both of these, one's filled with helium, one's filled with hydrogen. I don't know which one's which, but there's only one way to find out, right? We know that helium will not explode. Hydrogen does. So notice I have my safety goggles, my apron on, trying to protect myself here. I got a long stick, so when I put this underneath the balloon, if it's the hydrogen, I don't want to blow up with the hydrogen. I want to make sure I'm doing this in a safe manner. All right, so let's take it up. Let's put the heat underneath of our balloon and see what happens. Kind of a dud there. So that must have been the helium, right? Just did a little, it didn't blow up at all. Must mean this guy's the hydrogen. Put that a little lower then. This must be our hydrogen. Let's get it lit and let's be ready for some fun. So we saw that first balloon was a dud. Let's try the second one. Again, make sure we have a good distance. Hydrogen we know is explosive. All right, so there's our demonstration for today. So that's nice, Boom, for the nice boom. Saw the big fireball. That's why we don't put hydrogen into our balloons anymore. All right, thanks, guys.